Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Amirah Hall. I am a psychic medium healer and I'm here to help you raise your vibration, tune into your intuition, and manifest a life you love. And today I'm really excited to be here with the channeled message and energy update from ArchAngel Metatron for all the astrological signs for the month of August. As I was tuning in to the energies for the month of August, Archangel Metatron was showing me some very interesting energies. There's this vibrant, fresh, new energy coming in that's flowing in as we continue letting go of some of these heavier eclipse energies from last month and the other energies of May and June, just pushing us onto a new path. But Metatron is saying that we're going to have to take some conscious choices to how we simply can raise our vibration, and it can be as simple as a smile or having some positive thoughts or some hope, being mindful perhaps of the tone you use when you're speaking with all your communications, maybe in your emails. He's saying that this tone really matters. And then he showed me these two giant bubbles of light. One was a soft, light, effervescent, iridescent blue. And on the other one was an electric blue. It was intense and hot and it was fiery, and there was like these laser lightning bolts coming out of it like shocks. So on one hand, things are going to feel lighter, but he's also saying that this other energy here can cause us to interact or overreact in ways that are fiery and testy and, a bit turbulent. So there's perhaps some unexpressed feelings and thoughts or emotions that want to be released. So just notice where you may be a bit testy because these issues want to be resolved. But how can you still move through this energy and not be explosive? Archangel Metatron is suggesting that we try and take a neutral stand to these issues or things that we need to resolve, where we're finding ourselves like irritable and like edgy, that perhaps trying to find that neutral ground or a time or an approach. There's still some twists and turns that are happening, and there is some explosive energy. There's some fallouts perhaps from last month, but Archangel Metatron is helping us move through those energies and to be mindful, not to be overreactive or to be confrontational, instead to find this calm and clear energy to help us move through with that tone. So what do we choose? Do we want to help to dissipate those dark and frustrated energies, but those are still stirring up some fears that have been latent or hidden away that might be keeping us stuck? So rather than fanning the flames or stoking the fire, we're being challenged to have a neutral perspective or finding that calm, anchored, grounded, centered position. If we stay in these patterns of duality of good, bad, right, wrong, there's a lot of things popping up around us where we definitely are agitated and we have strong opinions about it. But that energy of being right or wrong or unjust is actually keeping us stuck with judgments. And although you might feel you're correct, that vibration actually keeps us stuck, and it's a lower vibration. And those notions or those ideas have to dissolve in order for a new vision or to see things from a different perspective to be presented. And one of the ways that you can help yourself release some of these energies is with my quantum energy tools, and I go on and on about, but because these are tools to actually help you shift the energies that are keeping us stuck. And then Metatron showed me these sparks outside of both of the bubbles, and it's as if there's this, it's as if there's these sparks of surprises that are ready to pop and begin shifting things again. And at the same time with these sparks, Metatron's showed me a picture of a sweet apple pie baking in the oven. I could actually smell the pie. It smelled like a peach pie or an apricot pie. And he's telling me that there's some sweet and wonderful surprises that are just around the corner and that are in the making. They're in the oven baking. And perhaps you could view this as the fruits of our labor are baking. You know, the universe is preparing us and preparing to deliver some delicious surprises for us. They're on the way, I promise. And so for those of us who are doing this deep or personal work and letting go and shifting of paradigms and patterns and beliefs, you know, there's this new soothing, sweet energy that's coming in to soothe us and comfort us. Perhaps something to think about here is that it's actually in this slowing down part that we can even smell the pie baking. And before long, it's ready to eat. So we have to slow down and breathe and not get too excited by pulling it out of the oven before it's ready to, before it's finished. And so we're continually releasing this energy so that we're creating space for these new surprises and wonderful just rewards that are coming. You know, so much has been leaving our space so that we can have greater and fuller self-confidence. You know, Metatron is reminding us to listen to our heart, listen to our soul, listen to the intuition. And as you ask yourself, what's true for you? You know, are you being true to yourself? Do you see that you've become someone else to please others? Or are you stepping into pleasing yourself more and your soul, honoring what you're here to fulfill? You know, there's a continued emphasis here on attuning with our deeper truths of our soul. It's a powerful time to raise your vibration and align with those core truths. You know, that truth that's buried deep within you. The truth is that you're here to shine. And you're here to show up and express yourself fully. And that new version of yourself wants to come out and play. So over the next few weeks, pay attention to that inner voice of yours. How do you speak? What's the tone? Are you expressing yourself with joy and gratitude? Are you noticing the beautiful, unique differences of others around you? Notice those qualities that are different than you and appreciate them. And allowing that allows the energy to flow through you and so that you can take appropriate action. So most importantly, Metatron is saying, give yourself time to adjust with this energy. Hey, it's okay to feel stuck for a few days. The last few days, in fact, for myself, it was kind of weird energy and I felt like I was wandering aimlessly, you know, for hours. I felt peaceful, I felt grounded, but it was just a strange sensation. So let that be. Let yourself be in that space. Don't resist it because if you resist it, that keeps you stuck because that's not good either, to stay there stuck more than a few days, weeks, or even months, you know. So this is your time to step into that next phase, to let yourself shine. And if you need help getting out unstuck, you know, please, there's some links below where you can get in touch with me for a private session or to do some of the classes that I offer. You know, in last month's video, I talked to you about this is a time that my guides are suggesting that is time for us to align with our divine purpose and our mission. You know, to take time and to consider, what are you here to do? You know, what can you do to take your soul development to the next level? So if you're somebody that wants to feel different about what life has been dishing up and you just want to feel happier again and feel more alive and plugged in from the inside out and have a happy life, you know, then go ahead and click the link below and I can talk to you more about that and share how to do that. It's really an amazing journey. So it's time to live with your purpose and to go inward, to connect with that inner light. And it's time to step into living a life that's honoring yourself, you know. So now I'd like to step into the messages from my soul wisdom cards. And you know, before I do this, I sit down and I shuffle the cards and shuffle the cards and shuffle the cards. And then I pull out 2 cards that I like to sit with for a little bit and meditate on them, on the messages for you for this month. And so when I randomly pull the cards, I just am so amazed at how profound and aligned they are with the message that I've gotten earlier. So today, the messages of the colors were really, really strong to me. Archangel Metatron was definitely coming through here. And with this deep electric blue, he's talking to me about moving out of darkness and confusion. And looking closely, you can see this powerful horse, and he's pushing through these high waters. There's a bee and the coin above that's perched there like a moon. And it's saying to me that we need to be reminded that it's in the stillness that there's so much movement. At the spiritual level, we have been busy bees, and we're moving through these intense emotional waves away from perhaps these old structures that we've created in our beliefs or our thought patterns. It could have been relationships or our career and situations that, this high performance car is telling us that we've got to maybe push in a new direction, or maybe there's an inner force that's coming, moving us through this dark path that we've been traveling. With this dark forest here showing me shadows and hidden elements. This person's running away from the darkness. So many ways we're being catapulted and moved in new directions or new situations where we've been held back from. Could be that these ancestral patterns that we're moving away, you can see the elderly parents in the background watching as we do this, as we take these steps and these inner shine now. And so then we're moving into this new energy of shining the light, that inner soul, bright, and let the light shine. And now I'm moving on to card number 2. And it's remarkable how similar this card is. And looking at the colors, that vibrant blue is so predominant. This card is speaking to me about that calm, clear space that we need to step into. And interestingly, this card is not so much about the outside world, but it's shadowed by the inside world. That butterfly that's perched on the top of the head just speaks of inner transformation and showing us and guiding us in a whole new way. We're being urged and pushed into new situations, perhaps new positions, as we're being sitting in that pose on the edge of a step, or in not to lose focus of where we're going or what we want or what we're desiring, but focusing and centering ourselves in lighter and higher vibrations. Notice that clock. It's upside down. Perhaps it's in a new position, or maybe we're looking at things to need to slow down. Maybe we're watching time and it's not passing fast enough. Maybe it's passing too fast. But perhaps we need to be more in alignment with our outside world and our inside world. I really reflected on what Metatron was telling us to slow down, to be in the flow. And looking at the flower, they're both, the clock and the eye are positioned like where our eyes are. And perhaps we need to look more at the perfection of everything and how everything is divinely planned, and the uniqueness of each of us and the beauty in nature. What's true for you might not be true for someone else. But finding that peace and that balance and that inner harmony within and without. Looking for what's true for you and finding that inner peace and that balance and that joy will transform your life in a way that you might not even recognize at this moment. So that's it for August's first message of the month with Metatron's channeled message for us. Please let me know if this resonates with you as the month goes by. You might want to re-listen to this. I know it can be helpful if you watch it again. So if you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share or comment. I love hearing how it resonates with you and what you're noticing in your own life. And if you subscribe and hit that bell, you won't miss my upcoming videos. YouTube's done some funky changes, and if you don't hit the bell, you might not catch it. So if you don't want to miss the updates, don't forget to do that. So below, there's also links where you can connect with me for private sessions, or you can email me, Amirah@amirahhall.com. I'll see you on my next video. Until then, many blessings with magical moments for the month of August.